Victory or death!
Greetings, Starfighter. You have been recruited by the Star League to defend the frontier against Zur and the Kodan Armada. Get ready? Prepare for blastoff.
Dear Starfighters, my name is Carlin Jones, and this is a Starfighter full movie podcast. And today we are going to watch the very critically acclaimed, the very classic, the very most recommended anime movie, Spirited Away, by the director. I've written this down so I will not forget his name. Hayao, I probably pronounced that wrong already. Miyazaki. Well, you know what? I have a special guest with me today who's going to help me pronounce this director's name and help me um, watch this movie, because this movie was my pick. Because growing up as a kid and my teen years, everyone was talking about this movie as like the best anime movie that you have to see. The writing, the characters, the animation it's just so recommended, and I just did not care whatsoever. So today I brought along a guest by the name of Claudius. Claudius, hello.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? I'm Claudius of Epic Briefs Podcast, and I'm happy to be here to watch this movie that I never had an interest in watching, but I'm going to watch it today for this podcast.
I'm so happy I'm not alone.
No, you're definitely not alone. And to help you out is Hayao Miyazaki, so
All
we don't
right,
get
thank
we don't
you.
get any hate.
Yeah, Hayao Miyazaki.
Yeah,
Hayao Miyazaki. And I know he's made so much more things, but
we
to tell
have.
you the truth, I'm not like, I like anime, but it
Yeah,
has to be like safe anime, like mainstream anime. That's kind of like,
yeah, I get that.
yeah, like it's dialed down a bit on the super anime parts.
Yeah, I can definitely. Yeah, I'm kind of similar because like I have gotten a lot of shit. Can I curse on the podcast?
No, no, yeah, you can.
Okay, I've gotten like a lot of shit for not watching his movies, even though like I'm an anime fan. But people are like, "You haven't watched any of his movies? Like, what have you been doing?" I'm like, I don't know. I never had an interest in watching his movies. Like, I see the trailers, I'm like, I don't want to watch that. So
Right,
I don't
right.
know. It's one of those
Yeah,
weird things.
I mean, I can appreciate the animation. So, like, a lot of these animated movies look great. They look amazing.
They do, yeah, definitely. Do you
But
think
it's
he's like?
just,
Sorry, go ahead.
no, no, I was gonna say, it's just weird.
Yeah, like, do you think he's like the Disney of the anime world? Like, he's like the standard to reach, like in animation and storytelling for some people.
Maybe, but at the same time, it doesn't matter to me. Like, for example, I had a friend from from the same college that we went to,
Yeah.
and he gave me a box set of Cowboy Bebop,
Oh yeah, I love
because
Cowboy Bebop.
he's like, yeah, this is like literally the best anime ever made. Every
Mhm.
other anime that you've seen has copied from this one, and I'm like, all right, I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah.
I watched the first episode, and literally, I'm like, you know what? This is the same as every other anime that people have tried to show me. But that's because those anime have copied from Cowboy Bebop. But I couldn't appreciate that because I've already seen the other stuff, and I didn't care to see Cowboy Bebop when I was much younger.
Yeah, that does make sense. That's one of my favorites too. That and Samurai Champloo. I think they have the same creators, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, now that
Um,
one I do know. I like the music on that one, but I never
yeah,
watched it.
it's a nice hip hop blend with Japanese anime. It's really
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, I like that. I used to play that soundtrack along with when I was playing Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, I love the soundtrack. It's such a good soundtrack.
Yeah, what a shit video game that was. Well, you know, it's the gameplay is so fun. It's so great being a samurai. Honestly, it's hands down the best samurai game ever made. But story, characters, Tashima was awful.
Yeah.
Really, really
Oh
bad.
man. Okay. Was gameplay pretty good, or is
The
it like
gameplay was amazing.
a lot
It
of
was awesome.
parrying and no attacking, or like?
Yeah, well, yeah, the parrying, attacking, all of it was amazing. It
Okay.
was just the story was so bad. I end up having to just pretend there is no story and just make up my own story. as I went
That
along.
that's like one of those games you have to have patience for when you're fighting, right? You can't just hack and
Yeah.
slash. Okay.
Well,
Like
yeah, and that's what kind of made it fun because
okay.
there's kind of like no progressing in the game
Oh
besides
really?
like your health bar.
Okay.
Like all the skills that you get, you can just unlock during the game. There's no like increasing your attack damage or increasing your defense in a
Oh,
sense.
okay.
Yeah, so
And you
that
can't
kind of made
upgrade
it
your
cool.
weapon either, right? Just a sword
No,
or
you
something.
can. You can definitely upgrade your weapons in a sense, but at the same time, depending on what difficulty you play, it doesn't matter too much.
Okay. See, I'm glad you have the patience for those kind of games. Like I'm more of like a hack and slash. I think I've told you this before. I
Yeah, those
like to
games are
hack.
awesome too.
I like to hack away at things when I play games. So patience is
Hmm.
like, man, this sucks. I have to parry and block and then attack. Oh, God. So
Yeah, I can understand that.
yeah,
So back to Spirited Away.
yes.
I think I vaguely remember sometime in elementary school when
Hmm.
some kid brought the movie in for all of us to watch on VHS,
Oh wow, cool.
and he played it, and I really wasn't paying attention. I think I was trying to talk to this one girl who literally hated my soul.
I was gonna guess you're probably talking to a girl. I was like, you probably talking to a
Yeah,
girl.
she hated my soul, even though I brought her cookies.
Man, that's foul.
Yeah, I know, right?
Wherever you
Yeah,
are, I'm hoping
yeah,
you remember those cookies.
yeah, wherever she is.
Yeah.
But yeah, he played this movie, and even though I wasn't paying attention to it, I would glimpse at it a little bit, and I just saw like the weirdest shit. Like, just what is going on? And literally, and this is like, I wouldn't say it's like primarily a black school or whatever.
Okay.
It was pretty
Yeah,
diverse, but
that's good.
majority of my class were black. So we were just roasting the hell out of this film whenever we were paying attention to it.
Was it
Like,
like an art class or something? Did you watch it in, or do you remember
it,
what kind of
it
class
was
it was?
just probably like English class or something,
Oh,
something
English class.
random.
Okay, cool.
Because sometimes you just have movie days.
Yeah, and they're like, we should explore some culture. Here's anime. You're like, cool.
Right? Yeah, I have no idea why the teacher allowed him to play that movie.
Who knows? She probably thought it was like something wholesome. I guess it kind of is,
Right.
all right.
Well, I don't see. I don't remember anything about this movie or anything. Like, I don't know if it's violent. I don't
Me
know if
neither.
it has sexually explicit images or
I don't. Before we, I guess I'm going to make a prediction before we start. I think it's like slice of life mixed with fantasy or something like
it's
that.
definitely fantasy with all the weird
Yeah,
shit they show.
yeah. So I think it's like a little bit of both, like something you can relate to in a real life setting, but then has some fantasy elements to it. So
Right, right, right.
yeah,
And
but
obviously, the point of this podcast is to find an appreciation for movies that you're not into, but consciously knowing that other people are.
mm, okay,
And
that
I
makes sense.
know so many people love this movie, and hopefully, of all the episodes I've done of this podcast, I have not yet watched a movie thinking like, "Oh, I'm gonna really like this movie," or I was thinking like, "Okay, I'm gonna maybe this movie's gonna change my mind," and then
Yeah.
towards the end of it, it just doesn't. It just
Okay.
totally validates what I was thinking this whole time.
So far you haven't had anything that surprised you.
Hell no,
Okay, that's fair.
absolutely no. Oh my god, dude! The other episode I watched, Armageddon,
Yeah.
the 1998 movie. Have you ever seen that one?
Yeah, the Ben Affleck and Bruce Willis one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Holy crap! That was my first time seeing it. Like,
Not
why
good.
is this so goofy?
Because it was like 90s vibes, right?
Oh my
90s vibes can be
god!
so campy nowadays.
When he said he's got space dementia, I was like, "Holy shit! They can't be serious."
I actually forgot the lines of the movie.
Yeah, that movie was freaking stupid. But yeah, let's Starfighters. Let's get right into this movie. If you want to watch it along with us, we are going to be watching it on HBO Max. I'm sure there are other apps that I would definitely check to see if this movie is playing.
Mhm.
Um, I know for a fact that didn't Sony just brought what did they buy? they brought an anime company.
Oh, they did. Was it Funimation? Not Funimation, was it?
I don't think it was Funimation, but I think
Okay.
it was like another streaming service that's like strictly only Crunchyroll. I
Oh,
think it's
Crunchyroll.
Crunchyroll.
Oh, cool. Okay,
Yeah, they
wow.
brought it for like $1 billion.
That's a huge buy for them. Wow, cool.
Well, it's huge for them because I know one of my friends says that she prefers PlayStation over Xbox because
Yeah,
PlayStation just has more gaming titles for anime, which is she's
that
super
is.
into anime games.
Yeah, that's true as well.
Yeah. So
She's right about
that's
that.
just yeah, another thing PlayStation's better than Xbox at.
I hope she can find a PS5. Jeez,
Right.
that,
Well,
that's
we're
a whole
totally gonna get into that when
that's
this
a
movie
whole other
plays.
topic for another
Yeah.
podcast.
It's so useless getting a PS5 in my opinion.
Yeah, it is. It's pointless at this point. So stupid.
But all right, Starfighters, we are going to start this movie in five, four, three, two, one. Okay. HBO Max and their interface. It's kind of weird. You know, fun fact, my dad is a part of the team that like makes this website.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah.
Mine started. I don't know if yours did.
See, the animation looks great already.
Yeah, it does. For a 2001 movie, yeah.
Yeah, this looks. I'm sure it's like digitally enhanced,
Yeah, definitely.
kind of like how Star Wars is.
Right. Yeah. This kid's like full of complaints already.
I feel like if I miss one detail, I'm forever lost in the plot.
Just don't look away.
Right. Yeah, but to go back on that PlayStation 5 topic, yeah,
Oh,
it's
jeez.
so they really released the PlayStation and Xbox with not having any exclusives.
They did, yes. And I think like they got. I read that it's short on production because like some kind of chip that they use has hasn't been in production or hasn't gone up on production because of like pandemic type stuff. So I'm like, I'm not
Right.
too sure how true that is, but I guess I can buy it as a good reason.
Well, I heard the other day that the PlayStation. Well, I heard Microsoft and Sony are losing money from it.
Yeah, because I don't know what's going on with them. You figured they'd probably try to ramp up some production, but who knows? Because no one can
Yeah.
buy one. This is ridiculous. Been
Right. And
almost a
then
year now.
my brother just got an Xbox Series S,
Cool.
and when I was
What?
looking at it, I was like, "Wait a minute, what do I put into the game disc?"
Oh, it's the all digital version, the white one.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, it's
cool.
all
Okay.
digital. I'm like, "What is the what?"
Yeah, that's insane. Where do you find one? At Target, I'm guessing, or
Yeah,
something.
he went to Target and he just got one.
Dude, okay. I need to probably up my next gen game status because like I don't have anything. I have a PS4 and a
Why
Xbox
is he
One or
driving
whatever.
so fast?
I don't know. I don't know if he's going down a hill and maybe he like picked up speed and realized it.
He's in such a foresty area. What an idiot!
Yeah, right. Why is there number 12 in this car?
Hmm.
No.
So one thing I always disliked about anime and what always turned me off by it, and don't get me wrong, there's certain anime that I do love. Like I
Yeah,
grew up on Dragon Ball Z, which I'm
same.
a huge fan of.
Yeah, definitely.
Huge fan of Yu Yu Hakasho.
Oh, that was a classic. Yeah.
Right. Love those shows. Own them all on DVD. Inuyasha was cool. Never really finished it. Thought it was cool though.
I like
And
Trigun a lot. It's one of my favorites.
oh yeah, I remember that one. I
Trigun is
didn't really
cool.
watch that one, but I know it from like the
Yeah.
cartoonnetwork.com. They had like video games on it.
Oh, cool. Okay. I wish they made a Trigun video game. I think
Why
they
wouldn't
almost
they
did. Sorry, go ahead.
I would say why wouldn't they take her. Oh,
Because
okay,
it's
I thought you
dangerous
said
in
it.
the tunnel or something. I don't know.
Then
But
why are we going in it? Whatever. It's the plot's gotta move forward.
leaving her outside is kind of dangerous too. So.
And leaving her in the car. Oh my god. Yeah, it's just weird. But yeah, but anime, what this one thing that turns me off the most about anime, and I know certain people say that this is like a certain anime style, but I hate seeing anime that's like we all know it's Japanese. These are Japanese characters,
Oh
Japanese
yeah.
people,
Right.
but they look white. Like they look Caucasian. And I
Yeah. The big
absolutely
eyes
hate
and
that.
stuff.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's not like the big eyes, just the skin complexion. Like even this,
Yeah, they
they
do.
don't look Japanese. They can pass
Yeah.
for white,
Yeah, it's true.
and
Yeah.
I know for a fact they do that, so it's more marketable overseas.
Yeah. So I guess people can like relate to the visuals. I guess for the most part.
Right. I'm happy you said that. Relate to the visuals, which is why 95% of anime has always turned me off because I don't relate to the visuals.
Oh, really? Okay, that makes sense.
Now I can relate to the stories because
Yeah.
anime has some pretty great storytelling,
Yeah, definitely.
but
Some of the stories like go, they're very like not traditional. You can't predict most of it, which is nice.
right. So with that said, I had a friend who tried to get me into Full Metal Alchemist,
Oh yeah, I
and it
like
was
Full
like,
Metal.
yeah, it was the Brotherhood version, and
Yeah,
I
that was.
watched it. I like watched like series one of it, and
Mm-hmm.
I thought the concept and the story was so good. Like, all right,
Yeah,
this is pretty freaking cool. But I thought the characters, things they were doing, and trying to relate to them was so fucking shit. These are stupid characters. These are stupid villains. Nothing makes sense in that broad scheme of things of like how people's motives work.
yeah.
It was just awful.
What's funny is like Ed and Al have more skills in the Brotherhood one. They're a bit more like skillful and they
Hmm.
can defend themselves more. But then
Right.
characters like Lust only got like a little very little screen time and didn't have a good character arc. She just kind of spoilers. She just kind of dies. But in the
I don't even know who that is. I don't even remember. Is that
she's
the
the
girl with the hat?
female. She's the female homunculus, the one that has like the tattoo on her chest on the top on like the top of her like
Is
collarbone.
she the one that secretly likes the main guy, the dude with the red coat?
Oh no, she's the one that can like grow her like her fingers, like kind of like
Okay,
turns
then I
into like
probably never seen her
long
before.
blades and stuff like that. But like her character arc in the non Brotherhood one was really cool because she kind of had like a conflicting is she really good or bad kind of thing, which is kind of cool. But
Yeah. And what's up with that? Why are there two different stories of the same story happening? Because initially, years ago, I watched Full Metal Alchemist. I watched like a pilot
yeah,
episode, but it was like something else, and I'm like, oh, that was a really cool story. I kind of like that
yeah,
first two episodes. And then someone
right.
said, no, you're watching the wrong one. You got to watch Brotherhood. So I watched Brotherhood, and it's like
It's
different.
kind of similar, but not. Yeah, it's like different, but kind of similar. Like the
It's
main
like
premise is the same, but yeah.
yeah, it's like they're them going on less adventures and them just sticking to the main story.
Yeah, you're right. And Brotherhood is closer to the manga. So and but then Full Metal Alchemist they just wrote for the TV for the anime. So didn't follow the manga as closely. Dude, anime food all looks so like delicious. Look at that rice in the back, so good.
Yeah, I've been to Japan, and I told you that. And one thing that I absolutely loved about it was what is you have to pay for that anyway.
So like, why are they here? Did they come here for a reason?
I don't know.
Okay, I think we missed that. Jeez.
It doesn't make any sense why they're just eating things, not knowing what it is.
Are those like huge dumplings?
But yeah, when I went to Japan, dude, the food is amazing.
Yeah. Oh man, I really want to go. Are you going back anytime soon?
No, not anytime soon.
Not
I
anytime
wish.
soon.
I want to go to Shanghai. That's like my dream spot to go.
That'd be awesome, dude. If we can like plan a trip, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Because
Yeah,
when
dude.
things are okay to travel, I definitely want to do more of that.
Hmm. Yeah. Guess what? The most popular food is over there in Japan.
Um,
You probably never guess it.
Probably not. Let me see.
It's a protein.
Protein. Okay, is it pork?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
You totally guessed
Nice.
it. I didn't think they would be so into pork, really. But yeah,
why?
pork
Why
is
is that?
like
Is it more?
life.
Is it most affordable or something, or is that why?
I think so. Japan does a really good job of their farming systems
Yeah.
because in the entire world there are more pigs there are than like humans, I believe.
Right.
So what how us and Americans how we cattle pigs is
Hmm.
kind of for the most part is inhumane because we literally have them in like such close quarters and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's
In
true.
Japan, and even then, with that said, like in America, you have to like really know where your pork is coming from and what
Hmm.
they've done to it and all this stuff. Was it killed the right way? Was it stressed before it died? All this affects the meat when you cook it.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting, actually.
Yeah. So in Japan, you literally don't have to question that
Oh,
at all.
really? Okay.
No, you don't have to question that at all. And it's like the most premium slice of pork wherever you go, even if it's like some little shop across the
Yeah.
corner. Oh, I'm so tired of these anime characters. You'd think they're girls, but then when they
Oh, that's
speak,
a
you're like,
guy. Yeah.
whoa,
I actually thought that was a girl for a second too.
is that a popular haircut? I just showed my friend a picture of some anime game that was on PlayStation Network the other day with some anime having that haircut.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like the person looked or the anime character looked exactly like Android 17.
What? Oh, Android 17. Yeah, I like Android 17. Oh, what the hell? What is going on? Speaking of pork,
But this imagery summed them up pretty well because I don't
y-
understand why they're eating.
yeah, what? There's some kind of symbolism here, obviously. What is going on? Now I know what you're talking about. When you watch the screen a few times and saw some weird stuff happen.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
What are these shadow creatures?
Obviously, this must be the inhabitants that used to
Uh,
live here. It's a ghost town. Maybe that's why they
right.
died. But that doesn't
Yeah.
explain why the food is cooked.
Yeah. Maybe some kind of test for humans, see how gluttonous you are.
Yeah, maybe.
They don't even look human anymore. I wonder why she'd eat any food. That's kind of interesting.
Well, probably because you didn't pay for it.
Right,
They just
true.
started eating without paying for it, without acknowledging like where did it come from.
Like she must think her parents are like real assholes after that.
Mm.
Oh, bright bulb. She's turned into a spirit.
Why are all these anime movies about just kids?
Dude, what would you do if you woke up one day and like you're gonna dock a boat and you turn into like a spirit? I'm like, what the hell? What's going on?
That's weird as hell. Yeah, where's she going? Just head back to the car.
Yeah, right. I feel like this kid knows what's going on.
Don't be afraid. I just want to help you. Open your mouth and eat this. You have to eat some food from this world or else you'll disappear.
What?
Don't worry. It won't turn you into a pig. Chew it.
It's a sensu bean.
I know this voice.
There you go. You're all better. See for yourself.
So one thing that's kind of off-putting too, that kind of also ruined Full Metal Alchemist for me, was the fact that for anime voice actors,
Come with me.
it's literally the same voice actors for every anime.
Yeah.
Now, but you will.
Yeah. The one guy that plays Ed kind of got in some Me Too trouble. So
Right. Yeah. And in
he's
Full
like,
Metal Alchemist, there's like, I noticed the voice of Android 17, the voice of Piccolo, and all these people from other animes just like in one same thing. And that's kind of, it's just weird.
yeah, I have noticed that it's like a recycled kind of casting.
Yeah, I hate that. There's other voice actors out there.
I guess it's good and bad. Like once you're in, you're in.
I
You know?
guess.
Yeah,
But I
but
hate that
still,
about the film industry.
yeah, I agree. I agree with you.
It's all high school.
It really is. Yeah. This is getting weirder and weirder as we go along.
Yeah, I guarantee you this kid is trying to eat her. I'm sure this is some type of ruse. He's like, oh, I'm trying to help you. This is what they call in screenwriting a fake ally opponent.
Oh,
Person
nice.
seems
Okay.
like they're trying to help you,
Yeah.
but they're just slowly just building your trust until they can just take your life all at once.
I wonder why you have to eat food from the world or else you disappear. Like that doesn't. I guess we'll find out.
Is it the food? Can I like eat the flowers?
Oh, it could be. And these people don't look like people, so have they been eating the food over and over again? That's why they look kind of like animals,
Who knows?
or just things look like animals.
You ever used to watch that show Gundam Wing?
Yeah, I remember Gundaming. Yeah,
Yeah, that was a cool video game on CartoonNetwork.com.
I never played any of those games. I wish they were still up there so I could check them out.
Yeah, dude. It was just to play that. What was it?
Yeah,
Summer thing where you get to be any Cartoon Network character you want and just kind of like walk around in the summer doing different missions.
that's really cool. What? So the kid has bubble powers.
They know you're here. Sorry, I took a breath. No, Chihiro. can't stay here, they'll find you. And you'll never get to rescue your parents. I'll create a diversion while you escape.
No, don't leave me. I don't want to be alone.
You don't have any choice if you want to help your parents. This is what you have
What do
to
you
do.
mean I can't stay here? You brought me here.
They did turn into pigs.
Yeah, I don't understand. And who's he talking about? Who's looking for her?
Now, when things quiet down, go out through the back gate. Go all the way down the stairs until
Huh?
you reach the boiler room where they stoke the fires. There, you'll find Kamaji, the boiler man.
Kamaji?
Tell him you want to work here. Even if he refuses, you must insist. If you don't get a job, Yubaba will turn you into an animal.
Sounds like a horrible idea.
You'll see, she's the witch who rules the
This is fucking stupid. Why aren't you doing this? You must like being here if you never escape.
Why can't she just leave? I don't understand.
Yeah, I can't understand why can't they both just leave?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Because clearly he's in on this route too.
And they haven't even tried to leave. So how do we know they couldn't leave? Doesn't make any
How
sense.
did you know my name's Chihiro?
I've known you since you were very small. Good luck.
What?
Whatever you do.
Okay, this is clearly a dream then.
Calm down, I'm coming.
I guess he does work.
I know. It's about my mission, right?
I feel like the ledge isn't really that small. Look how big the ledge is. She's like creeping against the wall.
Yeah, why are there no guardrails?
Yeah, right. But like, look how big it is though. She can't fall from there unless she jumps.
I would be doing the same thing without without the guardrails. This is ridiculous.
Wow. Okay. Slowest stair descender ever. Why she have on these like grandma shoes?
Yeah, those little yellow things.
It's like Velcro looking thing.
No, I've seen a lot of movies, so at this point, I'm just trying to think what is what's gonna
Oh
happen, and
shit!
then
Of course.
what's the message that they're trying to tell
See,
me.
she could have done that the whole time. Well, so do you think these creatures are like once human, or they're just creatures?
I don't know. I doubt they're paying taxes though. How does this place exist without I
Yeah.
don't know Japan's government not knowing?
Where's all this energy coming from?
Right?
Yeah, seriously. I wouldn't go work there. I'd just go fucking leave. Why are you going in there?
Right? You see electricity, you see steamworks. Someone obviously built this. Someone obviously has a sense of science.
Yeah,
This stuff doesn't
definitely.
come cheap. What's the currency in this place? What's the history of this place? Were there wars fought here? Were there people? Are there like different races?
Where's the
Is there a
food coming
leader?
from? Yeah.
Yeah. This
How
is
come
just
there's
what
like
I
three
think about.
humans and that's it so far? Whoa, what are those things? Enslaved spiders. Awful.
You bastard. Even though I don't like spiders.
I think it has like 6 arms. So he's not human, clearly. Kind of goes with the whole spider theme, though.
Hmm.
I feel like he already knows she's there. Oh no.
Hello? Excuse me.
Okay.
This guy kind of looks like a skinny version of like Dr. Eggman.
He does, yeah. The shades and everything.
Hello, are you Claudia?
You said you like Sonic games, right?
Yeah, I do like the Sonic games. Have you played a good one lately?
You said you haven't.
Yeah, I mean, I have played a lot of them, but have you played one you liked recently?
No. Someone
No.
said something that was pretty interesting. I heard someone said that all Sonic games are pretty bad, or Sonic games in general are just bad. They're just so highly regarded from their music.
Yeah, I guess I can see it's like the same thing over and over again, just different levels, I guess. Yeah. And then every time they try to make a 3D Sonic, it never works out.
Right. But I will say Sonic Adventure 2 was amazing.
And Sonic Mania is like old school Sonic, just repackaged.
Yeah, that game would piss me off. That game was hard.
Yeah, like it's so funny because you forget how hard those games are until you play them now. It's like, oh my god, how did I get through these levels?
Wait, just a second.
Doing? It's like a little sewing machine. Oh, not sewing machine, but like those little drawers that people who do like sewing and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, I forgot what you call those, but
probably just drawers.
yeah, probably. So she got the job, I guess.
How weak is she? She picked that up.
Yeah, right. How heavy are those? Are those little spiders really strong?
I don't know. Well, I know ants can lift up to like
Like,
9 times their body weight
is it
or
nine
their
times?
mass,
Oh, wow.
or however many times. I know a spider can do the same thing,
Yeah,
which makes sense why Spider-Man is so strong.
and they don't even show that off in the movies. What the hell?
No, but in the grand sense of things, well, here's the thing. I feel like so in Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, I feel like he's never had the opportunity to show his full strength because from the villains he's been facing, it makes perfect sense why he has to throw it like hold back his punches.
Yeah, he does. Sorry, I mean to bump the table. Is my fault. He does show it when he lifts that huge like thing off of MJ in the
Mm-hmm.
second one. So you're like, oh wow, he's
Mm-hmm.
strong, But yeah, I definitely know what you mean. He definitely holds back.
Yeah. So I don't think he's shown it really yet. And even with when he fought Venom, don't know if he was punching him to his full potential because his
Yeah,
intent whenever he fought Venom was not to kill him.
right. Yeah, definitely. When they made like Superior Spider-Man, they showed how much Peter Parker did hold back on his powers,
Yeah.
on his strength. I
Yeah.
mean,
Spider-Man, his powers are so freaking cool. And even with Tom Holland's Spider-Man, I felt he has had every opportunity to show his full strength, but just never.
yeah,
I
he
just don't think
did
he's done. He's did it yet.
because his villains, his like the bad guys he faced were like pretty, significant.
Yeah, he fought Thanos. He shouldn't be
Yeah.
able to rip that glove from his hand in Infinity War. Like, not I'm not gonna say easily, but he
But at
should have
least like
been able to done it by himself.
yeah, at least put up some kind of a fight. He just always seems like so weakened in those movies.
Yeah.
A human. You're in trouble. You're the one everyone's looking for.
What?
She's my granddaughter.
Granddaughter.
She said she wants to work here. I've got all the help I need. Will you take her to see you, Baba? She's a tough little girl. I think she can handle it.
No way. I'm not gonna risk my life.
What if I give you this roasted meat? It's a good one. If you want a job, you'll have to make a deal with you, Baba. She's the head honcho here.
Give me that. Come on, little
He actually wanted it. Okay.
Can't you even manage a yes ma'am or a thank you? Yes ma'am. What a dope. Hurry up. Yes ma'am. You don't need your shoes or your socks. Just leave them. Yes ma'am.
No, don't leave him.
Take the boiler man, you idiot. You know he's really sticking his neck out for you. Thank you, Mr. Boiler Man.
Good luck.
At least he seems chill. That's nice.
We have to go all the way to the top floor. That's where your father lives. Get over here. You want to lose your nose?
So I've let me tell you something. I've watched a TV show called Mantis. Have you ever seen it?
No, I haven't seen that one.
You'll love the pilot episode. It's a superhero show that came out in 1994
Okay.
about excuse me. It's about a black superhero named Mantis, and the hero is this neuroscientist, and he's such a prodigy, such a genius, right?
Yeah.
And he's in a wheelchair too. That's the whole thing. That's amazing. He's in a wheelchair because of the 1991 riots that happened from the Rodney King beating.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, he was a
Interesting.
part of those riots, and he got shot in the back by like a police officer.
Oh man.
So he was now paralyzed from the waist down.
Yeah.
And because of that, he devoted all his time to just neuroscience and stuff like that, to the point where he's created such weapons, as in like this dart gun that once it hits you, like literally your neural system in your body will shut down and you're just like frozen.
Oh, really? What?
Right. And he injects himself with these things that goes right into his neural brain, and it forces his legs to work kind of like how stem cells work
Yeah.
for people. It forces him to have super strength to the point where he can now walk again.
That's really cool, actually. Pretty
Yeah,
interesting.
it's so freaking awesome. It's so cool. And the thing that stood out to it the most, 90% of the cast is like black.
Oh, really? Okay.
And there's, and I've always said there's no such thing as a black sci-fi. And this is
Mm,
like 100% a black sci-fi.
Yeah. And I'm sure they don't like make it super obvious. They just do a good job.
Yo, dude, it's so good. It's so good. So relatable. It's amazing. And all created and written by and produced by Sam Raimi.
Oh, really? What? Okay.
Mhm. Yeah,
Didn't this?
I'll send you the episode. But I lost interest in watching the full season because I read that after the show was picked up and gained that popularity just from the pilot, um, they got rid of 90% of their cast, which was black.
Oh, they did. Why did they do that?
I have no idea. and now it's just the one black superhero, and then the rest of the cast is just white.
That's kind of weird. Why would they change it so much?
I don't know, but that really turned me off by it. So I'm just no longer interested in watching it.
Didn't Sam Raimi do Evil Dead, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, which is weird. I tried to watch that, I didn't like it, but that's just me because I'm not like into horror like that.
I actually like a lot of horror stuff, but most of it's just kind of stupid. But it was just like weird stories, you know.
Oh my god, have you seen? So I made a new friend named Dylan, and she's like trying to get me into horror. Like that's like her thing.
Yeah.
All she does is watch horror movies, and she tried to show me like we did an episode of the podcast watching Child's Play.
The new one?
No, the old one, the
The old
original one,
one.
because
Okay.
I've never seen it. And that was
Yeah.
a movie that I never wanted to see.
Right.
So I watched it, thought it was goofy as hell.
It was.
Yeah, it's not even scary at all.
That's the one where
And
the
then
guy puts
she,
his spirit in a doll, right? The voodoo
yeah,
doll.
yeah,
Voodoo guy.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, so stupid. And then she tried to show me little images of like Hellraiser,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, what the fuck is this movie?
Yeah. I've never seen. I think I've seen Hellraiser Part One, but I kind of stopped after that.
Like I feel like all movies have a purpose and have a point, but
Yeah.
watching Chucky, or I didn't even watch Hellraiser, but seeing little bits of Hellraiser, I'm like, what is the point of this? Why would someone make this?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand. It's like I guess people put their weirdest thoughts and try to make a horror movie out of it, which kind of makes sense because it's all about like the shock factor, I guess. But
I guess.
Quiet down. You're making a racket.
I remember this lady. She's very like popular, like imagery
Yeah,
for this movie.
yeah. It's her and that little ghost mask thing.
Yeah, people definitely cosplay that a lot.
I don't want to hear such a stupid request. You're just a stinking, useless weakling. And this is certainly no place for humans. It's a bathhouse for the spirits. It's where they come to replenish themselves. And you humans always make a mess of things, like your parents who gobbled up the food of the spirits like pigs. They got what they deserved. And you should be punished too.
Well, they would have paid for the food if there was someone there.
Yeah, right.
Or maybe you'd prefer a lump of coal.
Sometimes I'm just amazed at how different a movie can be if the protagonist was just from a different environment.
Sure you didn't do it on your own.
You mean like this girl?
Yeah, like she's pretty boring or whatever, but that's because I'm sure she's from a two-parent household. She seems like an ordinary child, only child. Her parents don't look like they're struggling for money, and from that alone, you can kind of tell what type of social class she's a part of.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think about that.
So immediately, if I'm thinking like if Huey Freeman from the Boondocks, if he was going through this, I thought that would be a little bit more entertaining, and
Yeah.
it would be a little bit more realistic to how he would respond to these mystical figures.
Yeah, she seems very like just kind of like timid and some bored. Like you kind of just kind of like submissive. Is what I was trying to say. Sorry, like to everything
Yeah,
that's going on.
very,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You're right, very submissive.
She like lets things just kind of happen. It's like, oh, okay.
Right.
What the hell?
Why are you still here? I told you to leave.
Dude, legit, this movie's so fucking weird.
you're one little complaint out of you, you'll be joining your parents in the big man.
So, do I sign my name here?
Just sign it. You want the job or not? Can't believe I took that oath. Give a job to anyone who asks. Ridiculous. Ain't being so nice all the
All right,
time.
so far I'm gathering she's lost in this weird place, and to not be found by some mysterious person or people, she has to get a job, and that's all I get so far from this movie.
Right.
And it belongs to me now. From now on, your name is Sen. You got that? Answer me, Sen.
Yes, ma'am.
You called for me? This girl signed a contract, set her up with a job. Right. What's your name?
What? It's Sen.
Okay, Sen, follow me.
Haku.
He has such a stupid haircut.
Address me as Master Haku.
What? You're right. He's a dick.
You
He called me.
know, I could only just imagine just having that conversation and like just randomly outside, like, look at that guy's haircut. Yeah, you're right. What a dick.
She's already in the contract. What?
I promise to work very hard.
We are not going to take her in our department.
She'll stink up the whole place.
We don't want it.
We don't want her.
Her smell will go away. And if she doesn't work hard, roast her, boil her, do
What?
whatever you want.
This guy's an asshole.
Now get back to work. Where is Lynn?
What?
Don't you dump her on me. You said you wanted an assistant.
That's perfect. Give the girl to Lynn.
Oh, great. Sin, get going.
Why are you picking on me? You owe me one, Haku. You hear me?
Have a nice day.
Come on.
Been waiting. I've been waiting in my life for certain people to get me into certain things,
Yeah.
and
I can't believe
I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. I met my friend, I told you, Dylan, who's super into horror movies, and slowly I'm gonna make my way to watch more. But I've known no one to get me into anime.
Oh, really?
Like, I mean, I know a lot of people who watch anime and they love it, but it's like, I don't know. None of them talk about it like how, like, for example, like how you talk about Spider-Man
Right.
or
Yeah.
like other comics and stuff like that, or like how I talk about like romantic comedies.
Yeah.
So
I wonder
I'm still
why.
waiting. Yeah.
Two Hakus? I can barely stand one. Too big. He's Yubaba's henchman. Don't trust anything he says. Let's see. Here we go. What's wrong with you? Are you feeling okay?
Quiet down. What's your problem?
It's the new girl. She doesn't feel so good.
It's like so creepy. What? That's just interesting.
Yeah, I've been thinking, like, everything that we've seen here has been like a monster or some type of animal.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking this guy probably hasn't escaped back to the real world either, because no one would probably accept him with that horrible haircut.
I was gonna ask you, like, what kind of vibes are you getting from this movie so far? Like, are you liking
This
it, or is it kind of like, eh?
this movie is gonna be getting a 1 or a 2 rating if it doesn't have a good message at the end of why we're seeing all this weird shit.
Yeah.
hate movies. This movie is doing a lot of showing rather than telling, which is great. I've always say show rather than tell, but it's like there's got to be context to this,
And I
or
really
it
hope
has to make sense.
she like steps up as a character. She's very like just kind of timid and
Yeah, she's boring.
yeah.
I met like fucking Blue Rangers that are more exciting than her.
Yeah. And it's got like 2 time there, and she was just like taking it.
Yeah, once again, different. I like to see different characters, or I like to think what different characters would be like, or different characters were in this movie. What would the movie be like? And also, I like to think that whenever I watch these movies, I like to see what the film is doing right. Like, what is it doing exceptionally well in?
Mm-hmm.
And then I like to take that away from the movie and see what else it has to offer.
So far, you said it's doing really well at like showing what.
Well, I would say the thing it does great at is just the animation.
Mm-hmm.
Animation looks great, like
Yeah,
her turning into a bird. That was, I mean, I wouldn't say it's cool, but it's definitely interesting,
yeah, like it
creative.
worked for the scene, definitely.
Right. So if I take away this animation, if I take away all the imagery that it's showing us, what else does this movie have to offer? Because story-wise, it's pretty weak.
Yeah, because I'm just kind of getting basic shit from the story right now.
Right. Story is pretty weak. Characters are pretty weak. The theme, I don't think we know the theme. I don't think we're going to know the theme until the end of the movie, which that's in itself is weak.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with that. It'd be nice to know the running theme. It'd probably like give it more meaning.
Yeah, if this movie doesn't show it doesn't have any story or anything like that, then I will never take anyone serious why they say they hate the movie Sucker Punch, but then they love this movie.
Oh yeah, right. I actually like Sucker Punch.
I love Sucker Punch, but people hate it because of the imagery. They're like, oh, it's sexist. Look at how the women are dressed and this and that. But the themes behind Sucker Punch is basically saying this is a man's world and women are doing what they can to just survive, right?
Exactly. Yeah, definitely.
But this movie is all imagery. And I guess depending on how into it you are, you can kind of look at each scene and kind of be like, oh, this means that and this means this and but to what point? Like why does it matter?
Yeah, like honestly, I haven't fell in love with any of these characters yet, to be honest.
Yeah, no one's relatable whatsoever.
And the parents are like idiots. Like, what the hell?
What's wrong with them? Are they sick?
No, they ate too much. They're sleeping off. They don't remember being human. So look hard. It's up to you to remember which ones they are. Here are your clothes. Hide them.
I thought they'd been thrown away.
You'll need them to get home.
My goodbye card's still here. Chihiro. Chihiro. That's my name, isn't it?
That's how Yubaba controls you, by stealing your name. So hold on to that card. Keep it hidden. And while you're here, you must call yourself Sen.
I can't believe I forgot my name. He almost took it from me.
What?
If you completely forget it, you'll never find your way home. I've tried everything to remember.
Yeah, like she signed the contract for the job. The lady took the rest of her name and left Sin, and that's what she thought her name was.
Oh, well, she did say sign your name away.
Eat this. You must be hungry.
Ooh, rice cake.
I didn't think she meant literally.
Yeah, what's her deal with stealing people's names?
Right. On set all the time, people are like, sign your life away. You know, they give you this big packet to sign. Well, I guess technically that's what it means too. 'Cause if you get hurt, they're not liable for you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love rice.
Yeah. You know, rice is such a cultural thing where everybody is into rice. If there's one thing, I even told my girlfriend a while back, I was like, what would bring the world together? An alien attack where all of us have to work together to defeat the aliens, or like all of us sharing and eating rice?
Probably
And I was
rice.
like, yeah, it has to be the rice.
Definitely rice. Food definitely brings people together. It's pretty nice. This isn't a good example for food bringing people together. So this guy's a dick when he's in the castle or whatever. Not castle, in the like work
Yeah,
area.
what are your motives? I think
But
he's just a pervert.
but he's nice when when they're outside.
I think he's trying to hook up with her.
I wouldn't doubt that because he seems to get around a lot. Obviously,
Yeah, he has such a straight face all the time. He's probably done this to all the girls.
and he's like everywhere. Like I don't know how that's possible.
Okay.
Dude, like, what is that? What's the purpose of that thing? All right, so far this movie is like a one and done for me. I don't think I'm going to revisit this movie.
Yeah, never that. We're almost at the halfway mark.
Oh yeah, oh,
Yeah, almost.
I feel like this could have been a 90-minute movie.
Yeah,
2
I
hours is
hate
like
when
kind of long.
I hate when people have too much power over their own shit and
Yeah,
they just do whatever they want with it.
Where were you, Sam? I was really worried.
Unless they're trying to make it into a Bollywood movie. Those movies are so long.
what's the average runtime for those?
Dude, it's like at least 2.5 hours, if not more. 2.5 hours for like the shortest one.
Is it because of the music?
Yeah, so in a Bollywood movie, because I've seen a few in theaters, because that's like my girlfriend's favorite genre.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, she used to live in India for a little bit.
That's really awesome.
She, yeah, so Bollywood films are like comedies, dramas, action, and romance all in one. The movie normally starts off with like action, or depending, I guess depending what it is, because there's Bollywood movies for all genres, but they always have at least 2 to 3 music videos in it,
And,
and then like quite a lot of fight scenes.
and like, how long are like the songs? Maybe like 5 minutes long.
Oh, yeah, yeah, depending on how big the song is. Like I'll send you one of of a song that I like from a Bollywood movie. It's actually really cool. And Bollywood music videos are like amazing.
Yeah, it's very like yeah, they go like up to level 11 on their
Yeah,
dancing and
it's
coordination and stuff.
yeah, it's super colorful. It's super vibrant. It's awesome. Honestly, it looks like a music video from like the biggest pop star in the world times infinity.
Yeah, they definitely put a lot of the time and money into stuff like that.
We only use this stuff for a really okay guess.
Where's your girlfriend from originally? Is she from
She's from Vermont.
Vermont? Okay, cool.
Yeah, but she's literally lived all over the world. From used to live in Spain, then from Spain she used to live in Hawaii, then from Hawaii, then she lived in Sicily.
Oh, that's awesome.
Then from Sicily she used to live in South Korea for
Hmm.
like 5 years. and then from there she came back to the United
I
States.
wonder what.
Why did she move around so much? Because she's wanted to, or like family jobs and stuff like that?
Well, she's more of a, I don't know, just go see the world
Yeah,
and just, work where I can, but mostly just go see the world.
that's really
I have
cool.
no idea why she travels so much. It reminds me of that quote from a movie. Actually, I forgot. Like, you move around so much, you won't be able to start anything, or finish anything,
Yeah, that's
or
true.
you won't be able to lay roots. That's what the
Right.
quote says.
Did she like decide to stay here because she wanted to, or just because like
Well, she
you know?
decided to come back to America to get into film.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, and then that's where I met her, was on a film shoot that Nina did, our college friend Nina.
Okay. Yeah. I think I remember you told me she did like makeup, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
she
Yeah.
does. Yeah, she does all makeup, but strictly she wants to do like special effects makeup.
That's so cool. Is she into horror stuff too, or no?
No, horror movies, no, but
Okay.
she did a horror movie where she did special effects makeup for. Um, I believe it's on Tubi TV actually.
What's the name of it?
Um, what is it called? It's called. I don't even remember what it's called. I have to ask her. I took a picture of it and then sent it to her, but then I never kept the picture
Okay.
because I'm like, that's awesome, because it's like when you go on Tubi TV and you click on the movie and there's just like a thumbnail of the movie right before you press play, and the
Yeah.
thumbnail is like her work
That's really cool. What?
of the effect. Yeah.
I remember you told me she like moved a while back, or did she come back, or?
Oh. Oh, no, no, no. Yeah, she completely left Georgia. She
Hmm.
hates it here.
I feel that. Yeah. It can be a bit much here.
Yeah. Well, I think the main problem is like the people for her, and then just the food in general is horrible.
Yeah, that's true. And sometimes there's like not enough to do that you'd want to actually do. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like
Exactly.
some of the
Yeah, it's
same stuff
complete.
over and over again. You know? So,
Yep, yep. It was a complete culture shock for her.
and then like to actually have like a decent time, you like have to spend money. You can't just like go to a
Hmm.
beach or just go for a walk. You know, like the simple things. You have to like
Exactly.
purchase
Exactly.
things and go out to eat. That's all people do here is go out to eat. That's it.
Exactly. She also said in Georgia that in order to get anywhere, you need a car. And when you
Yeah,
do have a car, you're spending half of your life in that car getting somewhere.
yeah, that's true. That's so true. Do you see yourself like staying here, or you're not trying to stay here either?
I can stay here.
Yeah, and then it's kind of travel, I guess, if you wanted to.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's what I've been doing.
Yeah, I feel the same way. It'd be cool to like travel, obviously, and then see places and decide like, oh, I want to move here or something. You know, that'd be really cool.
Something fishy that doesn't seem like a stink spirit to me. But we have no choice. Go breed him. Just give him a bath and get him out of here as fast as you can. Seth, don't mess this up. Take this guest to the big tub and take care of him. No buts or I'll turn you into coal. You hear me?
I understand why I just won't plug their nose.
Yeah, I don't get that either. I guess it's like coming through the.
Insult our guest.
Yeah, just plug your nose.
Look, a valued customer. Welcome to our bath.
Ooh.
Oh, it's money. Santa, take the nice customer's money. Yes, ma'am.
It does seem like a series, a bunch of like random stuff is happening.
Yeah, this might as well just be a fucking web series.
Yeah, I'm not really. Yeah, is that why people like this so much? It's a bunch of random sequences of
I don't
weird
know.
shit.
Hey, how do you feel about Daisy Ridley? I know that's random, but that actress who played Rey Skywalker.
Yeah, he said, "How do I feel about her? Like as an
Yeah,
actor?"
yeah,
Um, I think she's a good actor. I think like they didn't give her much to do in those Star Wars movies.
right. Yeah,
And I think
yeah, I
because
like
of
it.
that, Flack, she's like taking a little break from just acting for a little bit,
Well, it's not even that.
which I don't
That's
blame her.
interesting to say that. I think someone they put out like an interview or whatever, like an article,
Hmm.
and she was talking how after Star Wars, or even like in the middle of Star Wars, probably like in between Force Awakens and Return of the Jedi, she was getting offers for different stuff,
Cool. Yeah.
which is cool. And then after Return of the, or excuse me, after the Rise of Skywalker, she said no one has been offering her anything.
I remember her saying that. Yeah. And I guess she's trying to like separate herself now a little bit from professionally from that franchise, I guess.
Yeah, which is always a hard thing to do because even if you think about it, even Mark Hamill had that problem.
Yeah, he definitely did. Until he started to
Yeah,
do voice acting and stuff like that.
exactly. And I guess is Harrison Ford is the only exception for
Yeah.
that entire franchise,
Yeah, I think you're right about that. That I can think of. Yeah.
right? And I feel like this new generation of Star Wars, or I would say like the prequel generation,
Hmm.
they never really had that problem because I think film has evolved a lot since then, and they're a little bit more willing to now to like watch other actors and other things. But like for example, I know a lot of people don't like Hayden Christensen as Anakin, even though I loved him as that role.
Yeah, me too. I don't think he did a bad job at all.
Right. But I actually like his other movies that he's done. They weren't like big movies, but
Right.
he was still offered like roles. Like Jumper, I still love Jumper to this day.
Yeah, that was a pretty interesting one. So
Right.
is
And
Daisy like just trying to take a break, or she's still not getting offers?
I think she's getting, like, I don't know this for a fact, but I think what I want to say, because I've talked to certain actors on set about this,
Hmm.
when you do such a huge movie, and when I mean like huge, like the re, the return of, or the Last Jedi and the Rise of Skywalker should have arguably been the biggest movies ever made in history.
Yeah, especially for Star Wars, it should have been like
Right.
huge.
They
Yeah.
should have, yeah. When you have a franchise like Star Wars and you now have the technology that George Lucas was lacking in for so many
Hmm.
years,
Yeah.
and you have the money of Disney,
Right. That's so true. Yeah.
this should have been the greatest movie anyone can appreciate. But from the backlash of it from the fans and them hating Daisy's character, I'm guessing as an actress, she's really kind of
Kind of jaded a little bit.
maybe, yeah, a little jaded, but also like being very careful on like what role to get because it's the exact same thing as Dean Cain from
Yeah.
Lois and
From.
Clark, The New Adventures of Superman. When Dean
Hmm.
Cain did that role, he was now like an A-lister.
Yeah, he was
But
right.
but after that role, he was kind of like only seen as Superman. And when you're at that stage of your career, it's very crucial to what film you do next. Because the next
Right.
film you do, that's what you're going to be doing for the rest of your career. And he started doing those like C list type B list movies,
Yeah, he definitely did.
and now that's all he does.
I wonder if Daisy would do well going indie for a little bit and then see what happens.
I think she would be an amazing indie actor.
Yeah, I think so too. Because she looks very like normal. She's not like,
Right,
you know what I mean? She's like a normal person demeanor, and just her look just looks like a normal person.
right. And the movies that came out in between Star Wars that she's done, I didn't really see her as that.
Yeah, I saw her. Not saw her. I saw the one about the murder on the Oriental Express. That was a good one. She's in that, which is cool.
Wait,
Um,
Murder on what express?
on the Oriental Express, it's like a Poirot kind of murder mystery. He's like a French detective, Agatha Christie novels, and she was in the movie based on one of those novels, and she did a good job in that.
Wow, I think I know
Um,
what you're talking about. I didn't know she was in there.
and then lately she has a movie with Tom Holland, but it had like a bunch of reshoots, and I don't think it got any kind of press just because it was shelved for a long time.
Right, I do know that movie. I was actually thinking of watching that movie,
Yeah, and I haven't seen it, but I was like, maybe it's
but
worth
I don't
watching.
think a lot of people liked it.
Yeah, it was like one of those that was supposed to be like, oh, the two up and coming actors like of these action movies or adventure movies, and then they just kind of got shelved.
Right.
And I think Tom Holland did the reshoots on his own here in Georgia, but she was kind of done with her part or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's weird.
I think he's doing a good job with his career because he did another movie
Who, Tom
on
Holland?
yeah on Netflix. He did The Devil All the Time, which is like a more like a drama for Netflix. And you can
Yeah,
see how good of an actor he is in that movie. That's how I know they're not giving him a lot to do in these Marvel movies,
right.
which is so stupid.
He just disappears sometimes. Rumor has it he runs around doing Yubaba's dirty work.
Does he really?
Lights out, Lynn. Fine.
Boy, the moon lit it up really quickly.
Unrealistic. This film is a one.
Yeah, like I'm not. It's not even like keeping my attention. This is fucking. Jeez.
There's so much water. It looks like a sea.
What'd you expect after all that rain? I've got to get out of this
Yeah, we're
place.
more than halfway through. Thank God.
Again, anime food looks so good.
Yeah, animation is cool, but at this point, watching this movie, obviously it must have been incredible to see back in 2001. But honestly, at
Yeah,
this point, just watching it now, any indie studio making anime can do this.
that's true. Like I guess I am like 20 years behind watching this, so
Right,
it makes sense.
right. So it got into a point. How well does this age? People act like it ages well, but in terms of his story and his characters,
Yeah, like I
it
think her
definitely
character
does
was
not.
more acceptable back in 2001, but now you wouldn't expect a female character to be so. Oh my god, yes, ma'am. You know, like that kind of
Right,
stupid.
right. Like,
Like she,
what is her story? Like, what is she gonna grow and learn?
yeah, like she had like no backbone either. It's like, dude, you're just kind of getting by.
It's cold. Huh? What do you think you're doing? You're not allowed in there. The bath's closed. Get out, you. Get out of there. Oh, more cold. Are you giving them to me? Wait, you can make cold?
What?
Gimme.
We've seen this movie in It.
Yeah, right.
What's going on in
I
there?
guess the moral so far is greed gets you nowhere.
Hey, boss, up here. I'm hungry, starving, and I want you to serve me. I know that voice. Here, I'll pay you up front. And I want to take a bath too. Why don't you wake everyone up?
Mom, Dad, I got a gift from the river spirit. Maybe if you eat it, it'll break the spell.
I feel like I'm better off watching an episode of Moesha.
Like for the podcast or just like in general?
No, yeah, in general, than this movie.
Yeah, I
At
agree.
least that would be more entertaining. Yeah, so far Suicide Squad 2 has more of a story than this.
Yeah, right. I'm just kind of
And
like
that's
trying to.
saying something.
Yeah, we're trying to follow along here, but they're not giving us much to go on.
Where's mom and dad's pig pen?
All I know is I'm excited to play some Oblivion.
You gonna play some later?
Yeah, it's gonna be my first time playing it because it's on my brother's Xbox Game Pass.
Oh, cool. Does he like
Yeah,
the
no,
new system? Is he like impressed with it?
I don't know if he's impressed with it. I think he likes Game Pass, but he's like a casual gamer.
Yeah, I can see that.
So if I like it, I'll buy it because I see that it's like I can get it new on the PS3, which in my opinion is like my favorite system of all time.
PS3, yeah, that's a really cool system, definitely.
Yeah, what's your favorite?
Um, yeah, I have to say PS3. Because I haven't gotten into the PS4 as much as I've wanted to, so I'll say the PS2 or the PS3 would probably be my favorite.
Yeah, good memories on the PS2.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the original Xbox.
Hmm.
360 was okay. Um, I mean, Gears of War was amazing, but they were such a shit job of like performances because I got so many red rings of death.
I remember that being a thing. Yeah, that was just
Yeah,
yeah,
that was awful.
ridiculous.
Meanwhile, this the PS3 that I have, and I've had it since like 2010, 2011.
Oh yeah,
I can run that for like 20 hours and it's fine.
yeah. I feel like the newer generation games are just like a bit more sensitive, or they don't make them to last. I guess,
Mhm.
which is kind of dumb.
Yeah, and my PS4 it's super sturdy, it's good, and I have like a PS4 Pro.
Hmm.
It's good and all, but I just think at that point where I was into the PS4, gaming kind of went down in terms of its quality
Yeah,
because it used to be like every few months, like 5 games will come out that are like, okay, you got to know about these 5 games. Maybe you'll play at least 2 of them, but like everyone should know these 5 games. Now it's just one game that's going to come out every 6 months,
yeah, you're right about that. You have noticed that.
and in the meantime, just play online shit, which I don't play online.
Yeah, I don't either. I wish I probably should, but I don't. I don't do as much.
Yeah, I don't even know what's supposed to be the next big thing for video games that's supposed to come out.
Yeah, I mean, like the ones that just dropped are supposed to, but no one can buy them. So what's the point?
Well, Cyberpunk was the biggest one as of recently.
That's
That came
right.
out in December of last year, and they're like video games. I I I put up high standards because it has like such I have such a great video game memory playing
Yeah.
it, and Cyberpunk is up there. Even though the performance, like it would crash every 30 minutes for me.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah,
Jeez.
which sucks, but it's so good, and I immediately would just start it back up after it crashes.
At least they like made it to load it pretty quickly, right?
Yeah, somewhat. I mean, I don't see that's the thing too with this PS5 to the PS4 and the Xbox stuff. Like they want to talk about quick resume as a feature. You don't have to wait anymore. You just go right into another game, and then the
Yeah.
load time is like 5, 10 seconds rather than like 20 or 30 seconds, which I don't really care.
Yeah, I get that. I don't blame
Yeah, if I gotta wait 20 more seconds for the game to run, like I don't think that's gonna change my experience.
you. No, I agree. It won't. It wouldn't. I don't mind the. I don't mind the load screens either. To be honest.
Right. I'll wait a whole fucking 30 minutes for a game to start if it means it's an amazing game.
Yeah, I agree. People just get a bit impatient a lot of times.
Right. And I do believe that Cyberpunk 2077 was like a great game that was such an amazing characters and a great story. And I haven't played something like that in a good long while. years. It's been so many years.
Yeah, it's nice to play a game that you can remember the experience. You know, that's kind of what
Hmm.
it should be about.
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 was cool. I enjoy that. I didn't enjoy the characters though.
Oh, you didn't?
No, it's so fucking useless that it was a prequel. I hate prequels.
People get too caught up in like instant gratification and stuff like that when it comes to games. Dude, I will say the Xbox is more available than PlayStation 5, the next gen ones,
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
which is kind of sad for PlayStation.
Oh, terribly sorry, sir. You'll have to excuse the little girl. She's just a human.
Wipe that smile off your face. You're still smiling.
What? Dude. Damn.
What is going on?
These weird creatures are like I guess they're terrorizing the people for some reason. I don't know why though. Are
Oh,
are, are they looking for her?
I have no idea. But isn't this the same director that made that Metal Gear Solid game?
Um,
I'm gonna check.
no, that's what's his name? Oh, I forget his name.
Oh, so it's not him.
No, that's why am I forgetting the guy's name? Um, I have to look it up actually. Kojima is his name. Hideo.
Okay. Yeah, I watched the walkthrough for that Metal Gear Solid game. It was so fucking trash. I'm like, what is this?
Dude,
And
I
that's
couldn't.
why. What were you gonna say?
I'm saying like I couldn't get into Metal Gear. People love that that game series too, and I'm like, what? Why? I guess I just didn't play it at the right time. Like I don't know.
Well, let me say, Metal Gear Solid. I think it was 3 or 4. I forgot which one I owned on the PS3, but the start of that game was so good. Like I was so into it. It was interesting,
Hmm.
characters, all this stuff. Then out of nowhere, it kind of turned into this anime
Yeah,
of like how they're fighting and how the story's progressing, and I didn't like it.
yeah. They definitely leaned into the anime elements in that a lot.
Yeah, it makes no sense. I don't like that. And then it's like Kingdom Hearts. I love Kingdom Hearts 1, and I still love Kingdom Hearts 2, but Kingdom Hearts 2 fell off a little bit for me because it was more of a anime kind of feel to it.
Yeah, they definitely like lean into that. Have you played the This isn't Kingdom Hearts, but Final Fantasy, the redone
Oh my
versions?
goodness. I totally dislike Final Fantasy because that's just all anime
Yeah, it is.
ish. I freaking hate it. I can't stand it. I brought one. I think my uncle gave me one anime, or not anime, Final Fantasy, whatever the number was. And as I was playing it, I'm like, what are we doing? Like, this guy's trying to destroy the world or whatever, and we're trying to, like, understand his feelings and trying to, like, talk to him. I'm like, just kill this guy.
Yeah,
He's a
seriously.
threat. Yeah, I can't stand it.
No, yeah, I agree. When they try to drag out the stories like that, it's like, dude, there's like an easy solution to this. This is a giant baby. Jeez.
Sweetie hiding under the cushions again. No, I won't pull into or sound asleep. I'm sorry. Let me give you a kiss.
Oh my god. The sound of the babies crying is like the worst thing.
Yeah, this is just out there.
That'd be a cool like napping pillow fort though. That's pretty comfortable.
Yeah.
What?
Wow, you're a big baby. Would you mind letting go of me? I'm in a really big hurry. You came in here to make me sick. Huh? You're a bad germ from outside, aren't you?
What? I know the baby can talk.
I'm not a germ, I'm a human. Now would you please let go of me? You'll get sick if you go outside. So stay here and play with me. You won't get sick. Yes, you will. That's why I've never left this room. Staying in this room is what'll make you sick.
I'll eat that baby's ass. You don't let go of me.
Like, what is going on right now?
You go, I'll cry. Play with me or I'll break your arm.
What the hell? Jeez.
I'll play with you later, okay? No, I want to play now.
Man, and I will fucking take out your eye. You can play this game all
So
day.
weird.
What happened to that thing?
The dragon thing?
Yeah, aka Falcor.
Oh well, I think the dragon thing is the kid with the blue hair and the bowl cut.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I guess he can transform into that dragon, and something happened to him, but he's all like beat up and stuff.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not afraid of germs. If you don't play with me, I'll cry. Please don't cry. Just wait. Right now, or I'll start crying. Don't cry, don't cry.
What a spoiled brat. Shut your big mouth. You're a bit of a porker, aren't you?
Still see through.
Mama?
You pea brain, can't you even tell me from your own mother?
What?
There now, your body matches your brain. Let's see. What else can we mess with? This is our little secret. You tell anyone else and I'll rip your mouth out.
Okay.
Who are you?
Zeniba, I'm Yababa's twin sister. It was nice of you to lead me straight to this dragon's hiding place. Now hand him over to me.
What do you want with Haku? He's badly hurt.
Twin sister, whatever.
In the hiding place, he's like right there in plain sight.
Haku went still. He's a good person.
Do you know why he became my sister's apprentice? To steal her magic secrets, and now he's stolen mine.
Oh.
He's a greedy little thief. There's nothing good about him. Step aside.
There's like 5 WNBA games coming on today. I have to watch them all.
When do they start? Like in a couple minutes?
Get this. So all 5 games start at 7 p.m. at the same
Oh
time.
really? Oh god.
Yeah, who the hell scheduled that?
They always do them like really dirty like that.
Yeah, at this point, now you just gotta watch your favorite team.
Yeah. What?
Well, where did that hole come from?
Like he was like laying right next to it. I don't know where it came from though. Dude, what's going on with this dragon? Jeez.
Why is he always hurt?
It looks like he's bleeding from the inside.
Oh shit.
I think so. Maybe he swallowed something.
Haku, I got this gift from the river spirit. Eat it. Maybe it'll help. Come on, open your mouth. Please, Haku. Eat it. See? It's okay.
Medicine from the river spirit.
Open your mouth. That's it. Got it. Now swallow.
Look there.
I'll tell you what's been more entertaining than this. I've been watching a show called Devious Maids. Have you watched that?
I think you told me about it, but I haven't watched it. It's the like
Yeah.
a reality type show, right?
It's about it's like a comedy drama, more so comedy about four Latin maids that just clean rich white people's houses.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and the story starts off with there's a maid called Rosa, and she um, she's murdered at some type of party, and she falls into the pool, and the pool is like filled with blood and all this stuff.
Oh, damn. Okay.
And the season, at least season one right now, is about who killed Rosa, right?
Yeah.
So, but it's really funny. The best thing about the show is like the rich white people and how they act in society. It's hilarious.
Like, how
This
do they
one
act,
guy,
for example?
well, this one guy, he has this maid. He used to have one of the Latin maids, but then she quit. So he hired this like German maid who's like really threatening, like evil looking and like
Yeah.
weird looking, and she speaks only German, so he had no idea what she's saying. So she was like, "Ach, ugh, ach, ich, ach, ach, ugh." And then somebody was like, "What is she saying?" He's like, "I don't know. Maybe it's her feeding time." And he was like, "Keep cleaning. I'll get you some meat." It's so funny.
Is it like what is it on a streaming service or you
Yeah,
have
it's
to
on
watch it?
Tubi TV.
Oh, TV. Okay.
Yeah, and I remember when the show originally aired. Yeah, it's like it's funny. It's super sexualized.
Yeah.
Like, the maze, they try to like the show sells sex a lot in the show.
Right.
But
Yeah,
if
that
you
makes
take
sense.
that away, the show just gives you nothing but just comedy. Comedy and pretty good writing bits in terms of like some of the rich white characters that you can actually relate to.
That's actually really awesome. That at least you take the obvious out, and it's still pretty enjoyable.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's so sexualized. Like, it's like to the point like this doesn't really need to be in the show, and just keep the writing aspects of it, and it's good.
Yeah. No, I understand. No.
I did let him in. Are you serious? Yeah, I thought he was a customer. What?
How is that possible if I don't even know the guy?
Yeah. I don't get.
How am I supposed to know that if he poses himself as a customer?
Makes no sense.
Swamp bottom? Sixth stop.
Make sure you get it right. The train used to run in both directions, but these days it's a one-way ride.
I don't get it. Why are we going on this train?
What's going on?
I don't even know. For anyone who's like watching this while they're listening to this podcast episode, like, do you feel the urge to continue watching this movie at this point? Or are you kind
Yeah,
of
I would have
over
been stopped.
it?
I would have been stopped.
Yeah, I mean, leave a comment somewhere. I know you're gonna be posting this, right? Or they can leave a comment, Carlin. No, no.
Yeah. What are they doing? Leave the area if it's killing people.
Hurry, this way. Madam, Sen is here now.
Sen has arrived, sir. She'll be with you in just a few minutes. He's destroying everything. It's costing us a fortune. So suck up to him and get every last speck of gold. He's... Ooh, what's that dirty mouse doing here?
Huh? He doesn't look familiar?
Familiar? Don't be stupid. Now get in
Okay.
there. Here's Sen. You want to take her place?
Look at these fools. Just stop feeding him.
Want some gold? I'm not giving it to anybody else.
Come closer, Sen. What would you like? Just
Looks creepy.
I would like to leave, sir. I have someplace I need to go to right away, please. Baba doesn't want you in the bathhouse any longer. Where is your home? Don't you have any friends or family?
Well, that's sad.
What is it that you want?
I want Sen. I want Sen.
take the gold. Take it.
Are you going to eat me?
Take it.
Huh?
If you want to eat me, eat this first. I was saving this for my parents, but I think you better have it.
Sen. Sen, what did you do to me?
Oh, my internet's being weird. It just stopped.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, you can keep going now. I think so. Maybe my computer is just trying to tell me this is so stupid. I had to stop it.
Yeah, I wonder why. It's still recording, at least on Zencaster, so that's good.
Oh yeah, it's probably just HBO Max. I'm
Well,
just
you're
gonna
not missing
refresh
much. That face guy just threw up on the mom character, and now he's chasing Sin down.
Well, I'm glad I missed that.
He's crawling on a wall now. He's just like chasing her for the reason.
Yeah, this is so weird. And I have like, I'm hoping like, I told you about that Bachelor show that I watch. I'm waiting for some content to to get online so I can like record it.
Yeah, I totally understand that. Like actual content you want to like take time to consume, you know. All
Right.
right, she kind of got away from him, and he slammed into a wall. He just threw up like two people.
I'll get you for this, Sen.
All right, to HBO Max.
Sam, this way!
Click on this just to make sure it works. Okay, cool. All right, now come back in the movie.
Sam, don't call him over.
I think being in the bathhouse makes him crazy. He needs to get out of there.
Yeah, and go where?
I don't know.
Okay.
You don't know. Great.
Yeah. What time are you at?
He won't hurt us.
Let me see. 1 second. I'm at so an hour, 37 minutes, and like 12 seconds. I'll pause. Yeah, 1:37:16.
Okay, cool. I'm there.
Okay.
Okay, she'll stay on the tracks.
Thanks, Lynn.
Oh, thank God, this movie's almost over.
Hear me?
I will.
Yeah, I don't know how it's gonna end. Like, our parents gonna not be pigs anymore?
The only way this movie can redeem itself is all the characters die.
You're right.
All the characters die, and then the director will have like title text saying, "I'm sorry, you were forced to watch this."
Yeah, right. Like, sorry, you guys paid however much you paid to see this.
So did that thing turn back to normal?
The like tar-looking face thing. Yeah, I guess he's like small again. Still chasing her down though for some reason.
I always wonder where this image was from. I always see this like on some lo-fi hip hop beats, like just like the train and whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah, it does have that vibe. You're right.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, okay, this is finally now nowhere.
And then there's one with the person like studying. I wonder if that's like from an anime or just like drew that for the lo-fi.
Yeah, I wonder who that is too. That little
Yeah.
girl. It's clearly not this girl.
Yeah.
Kind of wish it was the other girl. She's probably a lot more exciting.
Yeah, right. Jeez. I don't get it. Is she like did she die and she's in
Yeah,
some
I
other
want to say she's
dimension?
dead,
Okay.
and this is like her path to the other world, other
Yeah.
side. I don't know. It reminds me of my theory of How to Grinch Stole Christmas, the live action one.
Mm-hmm.
I have a theory that Cindy Lou Who has been dead for many, many, many years, and she's just a spirit
That's actually
of
kind of
Whoville.
makes it a lot more. It makes it a lot more interesting than it would be.
It makes sense too because she's about like 7 or 8 maybe, and
Yeah.
all her vocabulary in the movie is like Ivy League level.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. You're right
Yeah,
about that.
she's like, "Isn't this superfluous?" Like what? The little girl says that.
I haven't seen like the latest one, the CGI one.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that one either. All right,
Yeah, I
that's another
know.
movie I'm gonna go watch.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, absolutely. I think The Grinch is like my all-time favorite movie. But
Oh,
yeah, I
really?
was never interested to see that animated one.
I guess it could be different, right? I don't know.
I hope so. Well, you know what? I don't know. I hope it's its own little movie because
It's
a
like its
lot of
own.
people don't even like the live action one. They just love the
The,
look of it.
yeah, and they like the old school like cartoon, like animated ones from a long time ago.
Right, right. And the set dressing in that movie is just phenomenal.
Yeah, after seeing the way it looks, I could definitely have to agree with that. It looks really cool, and I think the practical makeup is really awesome too.
Yeah, it is fantastic.
I don't know why people hate it.
Visuals in that movie are awesome. You can say whatever you want about the story and all that, and I like the story, but yeah, it's just pretty cool.
Because if I remember, it's pretty much like a retelling of the original, right? Pretty much with some like
Um,
filler.
well, it's like they did their own little story, and it doesn't turn into the original Grinch story until like the last
Like,
30 minutes.
okay, well that's good. I mean, because they have to fill up like what 90 minutes, right? So
Right.
Then I could hear Sin's voice calling out my name. So I followed her voice, and the next thing I knew, I was lying here feeling better than ever.
okay.
It broke the needle spell. Sen left to return the golden seal. She did it to save you.
Its gold doesn't even come close to covering the damage that stupid no-face
How's the
did.
baby back to like baby form?
I have no idea.
You see, Sen was the one that saved us from no-face.
So what? This whole mess is her fault. And now she's run away from here. She's even abandoned her own parents. Those pigs must be ready to eat by now. Need some bacon. Wait a minute.
Huh? Master Haku?
You're still alive? What is it you want?
You still haven't noticed that something precious to you has been replaced.
Don't get fresh with me, young man. Since when do you talk that way to your master?
Huh? Huh?
What, dude? What is going on?
I don't know. I can safely say I'm not going to watch this director's other work.
Yes, and what was that weird tension between this lady and the kid with the weird hair? Like they had a weird moment when they're staring at each other. So okay, her baby's gone, but she's the one that turned him into that weird like gerbil thing, and she's upset he's gone now. Like I understand.
Well, that was supposed to be like her twin sister that did that.
Oh right, yeah, you're right about that. I forgot about that.
No, it doesn't make much sense either.
It really doesn't. So strange.
What did you do with my baby?
He's with your sister.
Zaniba? Very clever, Haku.
Whoa. Oh, this movie is such a drag.
It really is. I feel like it should have been wrapped up like 30 minutes ago.
Right. Yeah, it's already an hour and 45.
Jeez.
Well, at least there's only 15 minutes of it left.
Yeah, sure. It's not terrible.
Play me some Oblivion. I already have like a character I always create for certain medieval games. I
Oh,
call
really?
her, yeah, I call her Brielena Ridge. She's a mage.
Are you gonna start playing right after you get done here?
Yeah. Yeah, well, depending, I'm trying to check now to see if this Bachelor thing is uploaded. If it has, maybe I'll record my Bachelor full episode review.
Oh, cool. Okay. That's still going. Like it's still like current. I guess the episode.
Yeah, so they have like different spin-off series. There's The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, and then Bachelor in Paradise. So they just finished their Bachelorette season. Now it's Bachelor in Paradise.
Is it like a year-round thing, or they do it like through the summer?
Yeah, it's definitely a year-round thing.
Oh, wow. Okay. People love it, huh?
And yeah, and it's like I don't know why, but this season is like so much content. Like they're releasing 2 episodes a week.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, which now after watching episode 2, it makes sense because not much happened in episode 2, and it's just like filler.
Maybe that's how they space it out, right? I guess it makes sense.
Maybe, they could be thinking more content. It's just more content. Damn it, it's not even uploaded. Maybe I can watch it on Hulu, but at that point in time, I have to like watch the commercials, and that'll be like a whole 2 hours.
Yeah, that's gonna suck.
Yeah, ABC.com isn't working for me.
I wonder if they do that on purpose, because I know you want to watch The Bachelor.
Yeah.
Hurry up, I don't have all day. So you all made it. Sit down. I'll make some tea.
Excuse me, ma'am. Who stole this from you? Please give it back.
I see.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's not even working.
Have any idea what this is?
Yes, it's the golden seal you were looking for. I'm here to apologize for our food. I'm very
He sliced me in two, and I'm still angry. What? The protective spell is gone.
Yeah, I can see why Rachel fell asleep during Suicide Squad. This movie makes me want to fall asleep.
At least Suicide Squad has some action. Just shit.
Yeah, that's true.
And like a lot of gore. Kind of entertaining sometimes.
What happened to my spell? Only love can break it. Come now.
What spell is she talking about?
into their normal forms.
Oh, right.
Spell on those two wore off long ago. Change back if you want. I don't get along with my sister. She's so obnoxious. You saw how tacky her home is. We're identical twins, yet exact opposites. I'm sorry.
Hockey fans are so funny.
But there's nothing I can do.
It's like a dying sport.
It feels like it is, right?
Parents and our crew on your own. You
Yeah, they're just so secluded from the whole world.
I wonder if they like it that way.
Because not many communities play hockey. Like it's just not accessible to people.
Yeah, unless you're doing like street hockey, I guess. But
Yeah, no one does street hockey. Someone tried to debate me on Twitter. It was like, "Oh, people are playing street hockey in America as much as they're playing basketball." Like, no one is playing street hockey.
yeah, I mean, not in these states. Maybe Midwest or up north or something. But
Listen, maybe Minnesota, sure, because that's
Yeah.
like hockey capital of America. But no one, even freaking like who's a popular? I mean, Minnesota Wild is the #1 American team in terms of its popularity in America.
Mhm.
But like nobody in California, nobody definitely nobody in Detroit is playing fucking street hockey.
Yeah.
Nobody in New York is playing street hockey. Like, no, get out of here.
But you're right. It used to be a bit more popular, like maybe like 10 years ago, probably. I think.
Well, it needs to. So if I was in charge, if I was the CEO of the NHL, first
Yeah.
off, if you go on the NHL channel, the only thing they're playing right now is like NHL Now, which is like news analyst people talking about hockey.
Mm-hmm.
But there's not much to talk about. So it's on constant rerun every day of the same episode from whenever they recorded it. But people don't understand there's so much going on in hockey that they don't even show. Like there's junior leagues in the CHL. They can show some reruns and games from there. They can promote the NWHL, which is like a women's league for hockey, which I watch that a lot more than the NHL.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah. And then there's high school hockey, college hockey. Like just show hockey. Just show something. They only just show like NHL stuff that no one watches.
I wonder why they do that. I guess they're trying to like maybe test the audience. I guess.
I don't know. But if you go on NBA TV, that if you go on that channel, like just like at 2 a.m. in the morning, I go on that channel and they're playing like exclusive interviews and behind the scenes stuff from like basketball from the 90s with Jordan, Charles Barkley. They have like documentaries they made, like the Dream Team and all that stuff. Allen Iverson special. They even show Euro basketball from Europe and basketball from Africa,
Oh,
like those
really?
basketball
That's
leagues.
cool.
Yeah, they even show their development league. They show those games, and then they even show. Um, they even have specials sometimes, like when college basketball is happening. They give shout outs to HBCUs, which are historical black colleges, and they broadcast their games.
That's really cool.
Yeah, like NHL doesn't do shit for its culture. The athletes themselves don't do shit for their culture.
That's kind of unfortunate, man. Because the community has to be strong in order for something to like withstand like time and shit like that. So if you
Exactly,
don't have that community, it's
exactly.
gonna die out.
You look at some of the biggest names in hockey, all they do is play hockey and go home. They don't do anything else. You look at LeBron James, this man has what? He has money in like baseball. He co-owns a baseball team. He he's the face of the public. Look at he's in Space Jam.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
He's in other movies too. He used to have a little acting run. Like he was in that movie. What's her name? Or what Bill Hader and what's her face?
Oh, why am I forgetting the name of this?
Yeah, but yeah, whatever that was, he was in that. You look at Kevin Durant. Even Kevin Durant had his own little movie. Kevin Durant is so heavily involved in hip hop culture,
Yeah, he definitely was really cool.
right? And a lot of these athletes are, even the ones that are coming straight out of high school. Like you don't get that from hockey.
No, you don't. Yeah.
These dudes, they do nothing but play hockey and they go home. And there's no listen. The only hockey player in history. There's only two hockey players in history that have become more than life than the game of hockey, and that's Wayne Gretzky.
Mm-hmm.
And in my opinion, is PK Subban.
Well, what team did he play for?
Yeah, and if you know who that is, he's this black hockey player. But it was like it literally took a non-white hockey player for people to actually look at a player outside of hockey and how they handle themselves.
What team did PK play for?
So PK played for the Montreal Canadiens starting off, but then he didn't. He played well there, but he didn't become like the face of hockey for like a certain demographic until like he went to Nashville Predators.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah. From there, he became like the cover of NHL video game, which is like trash in itself. But then he became on like different talk shows, and YouTube channel, and people just know his face.
Yeah.
And he's the only hockey player I've seen in like since Wayne Gretzky that has literally affected hockey as a culture.
That's pretty awesome though that he has that kind of impact.
Exactly, but the NHL, them as a whole, they didn't want him as that face.
Yeah. They just want to
They
have like
wanted
typical faces.
right. They wanted someone like a Sidney Crosby to do it, and Sidney Crosby is like obviously he's a hockey legend. He's still playing now. And he's
Yeah.
like a great leader, but he's boring as shit. He doesn't do anything outside of hockey.
Yeah.
Right. And even Connor McDavid, as amazing as he is, he doesn't do anything outside of hockey. Nobody does anything outside of hockey.
I wonder why though. I wonder why.
It's just the culture. It's just that kind of culture.
Yeah.
And that's why it would never be on the level of NFL players. Like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, they do so much outside of
Yeah. They do so much outside, and they just, like, even like the whole Colin Kaepernick thing, like what
Mhm.
that has done.
Yeah, you're right.
You don't see any athletes from any type of, or excuse me, you just don't see athletes from hockey take a stance on anything.
Yeah,
Right.
not that I've seen. Like they haven't like highlighted anything they've done. I've
Right.
seen.
And then as of last month, I believe it was last month, a prospect from the WHL, I believe, which is like the juniors, before the draft even happened, he had an interview where he came out as gay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
And, they try to make a big deal out of that. And they're saying this is going to be the first NHL player to be openly gay. And, like, just to even think about that and the culture of hockey in itself. And I'm going so into hockey and not even paying attention to this movie anymore. But the culture of hockey in itself is definitely racist, sexist, and prejudice towards different lifestyles.
Damn.
To
That's
the
really
point
sad.
where, yeah, the NHL has been around for over 100 seasons, and they're now just saying, "Oh well, we can be comfortable if an athlete is openly gay."
Well,
Whereas the NBA, they already had their first gay athlete like over a decade ago.
yeah, I think they would.
And then even like a player like Dennis Rodman, whose sexuality was always fluid, they've
Yeah.
always they never spoke bad about that.
No, they never have. Yeah.
So yeah, they're just super behind on that.
It's probably because they exist in this weird bubble.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Look, our parents aren't pigs anymore.
Yeah, was it a dream or some shit?
I don't know, cause like he went back with her, and all those characters she met like kind of wish her like bid her goodbye and stuff. So I don't know. I don't think it was a dream. I'm not too sure what the moral is though. There has to be
Twitter is
something
so
that's going
funny.
on, right? Like, jeez. Twitter is, yeah.
Twitter is hilarious. Yeah, fuck this movie. I'm sorry.
What do they mean? What happened? He's been there for like days.
So let me just say, what is the director's name again?
Miyazaki.
Yeah, Hideo Miyazaki.
Yeah.
So it showed that he wrote and directed this movie. And any movie that's written and directed by one person, immediately in itself, the movie's not going to have much of a,
Yeah.
What's the word? Conju. hate my vocabulary so bad sometimes. But basically, what I'm trying to say is that director is not taking much feedback or not much help from other people. Like it's his vision,
Yeah, it's true.
and that's great that it's his vision. He has a lot of control, but at the same time, the film might have turned out. Oh, it would have turned out differently, whether for better or for worse,
Yeah.
if there was a different writer. That's what I'm trying to say. It would have had more of a collaborative uh, feel for this movie. It would have been a lot more collaborative, maybe more at least maybe more better for me if if this director wasn't so in control of everything
Yeah,
in
I
this film.
agree. At
Like,
least
this movie didn't have to be that long. It didn't have to be. It didn't have to have all these visuals in it. The characters could have been written better.
dude, I
The
agree.
story could have been written better if there even was a story.
I don't even know
Um,
what the lesson in this whole thing was. I'm sure I missed it,
right.
but it's like, geez.
Yeah. And as for an appreciation, I can understand back in 2001, people who, maybe came home from school one day. They normally watch Toonami, Dragon Ball Z, Gundam
Hmm.
Wing, Sailor Moon, all that. And then they stumbled upon this movie late at night or whatever, and it moved them. Like the visuals moved them. They never seen anything like it. I can
Yeah,
understand that
yeah, same.
because I can probably name a few movies that are like that as well. However, watching this for the first time in 2021, seeing all these effects that, sure, back in the time was great, but nowadays, any animator, any independent studio looking to make any type of anime can do this with ease.
And the story's probably a lot more like
Right. And the
deep.
story. So, for my opinion, this movie did not age well, or has not aged well.
Yeah, I have to agree. Like to be my first time watching, I didn't get into it as much as I wanted to. I thought it was gonna like suck me in a little bit more, like, oh cool, but I didn't really feel anything.
Right. And again, I'm not super heavy into the whole anime type feels of just anime content.
Right. Yeah, I get that.
This movie it's like just pulling you into that anime world of the way the people look, their haircuts, the way they run, the way just the way the world looks.
Yeah, definitely. And the main character is kind of like typical like female,
So
old school
there's the thing
females,
too.
you know?
Yeah. So that thing that said the studio was by Studio Ghibli. I always wondered on Twitter, like, what the hell is that? When people are asking for movie recommendations, like, just give me something about Studio Ghibli. Like, what
Yeah,
is that?
that's
So
exactly what
now
I
I
say every
know.
time. Yeah, exactly. You get content like this.
All right, well, that's the movie. Yeah,
Even the soundtrack is whack. What is this?
yeah. The soundtrack's a whack. It's wiggity wiggity whack 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 whack
Like I
whack
thought
whack.
the music would save it, but fuck.
Yeah, the only thing this movie has going for it, in my opinion, are the visuals, and even then, that's not something I haven't even seen before
Yeah, I have to agree with that.
in 2021.
The end.
So yeah. So what are you rating this film on a scale of 1 to 10?
Oh my god, dude. I'm gonna give it like a 3 or a 4.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3.
Yeah, it's like uh, yeah, I think I'm gonna go with a 3 as well. Like I wanted to give it a 4, but I just can't. I can't. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, I think the only good thing about this movie, besides its animation, is the only thing I can take as a positive is that so many people have taken clips from this movie and have made amazing lo-fi beats to
Yeah,
it.
that's so true. Yeah.
That's the only thing I'm gaining from it because I love that kind of lo-fi music scene.
I mean, like after a while, she didn't even care about saving her parents. Like I'm reading this the like description now,
Yeah, I
and
don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand the parents, and I'm afraid to talk to my friend who likes anime a lot. I'm afraid to talk to her because whenever I say something is trash or say something is this, and I try to explain my reasons in detail, she's just not. I don't know. Her communication is horrible, in terms of she can't even articulate herself into saying or arguing why I feel that way, or maybe just saying what her opinion is on it. So I
Yeah,
feel like there's no one I can talk to about this movie.
I know, which kind of sucks, but I'm sure you find someone to talk to. Jeez,
I'm just gonna put on Twitter and just be like, I've seen this movie for the first time. It's a 3 out of 10.
and it's not that great. Yeah.
It's pretty stupid. For people who watch this movie,
Hmm.
I don't understand why they can't watch any reality TV that's like on ABC or NBC
Yeah, it's just as
or watching
outrageous.
Jersey Shore. Anyone that shits on Jersey Shore, then you should shit on some of these anime movies as well.
Yeah, because this wasn't. I did not enjoy this one. Maybe he
Right?
has some other ones that are really good, but like
Yeah.
maybe Howl's Moving Castle is good. No.
Moving Castles. Wait, I watched that movie,
Did you like
or I
that
seen
one?
half of it. I
Okay.
thought that was whatever.
Okay.
But the soundtrack was still awesome though. I actually love that soundtrack.
Okay. Well, at least someone has a good soundtrack. Was this one of his first ones? Spirited Away. I think it's one of his like first productions or major
I
ones,
don't
I guess.
know. I don't know. I'll check, but I feel like from 2001, I feel like he's been working way before 2001.
Yeah, I would think so too. Oh damn.
Yeah, let's see. Looking at his filmography, he doesn't even. No, his first stuff was like back in 1979.
Oh whoa. Okay. So you had decades of experience.
Oh, he did Kiki Delivery Service. I remember growing up to that movie.
Yeah, I heard that was another one people go crazy over.
Yeah, but I remember just watching it as a kid, thinking like, when is something gonna happen?
Yeah, his style is very like I don't know what you want to call this, but it's not eventful enough for me to be like, oh, I want to watch the rest of his stuff.
Right, and then with Castle in the Sky, I watched that last year, and I didn't finish it. To this day, I still have no need to finish it. But I
Yeah,
like the soundtrack,
I don't
but the
blame you.
story in itself is just like, okay.
It's kind of bland.
I
Yeah,
mean, it didn't start it off bad, but it was just, I don't know. I feel like I was watching like a Super Mario type thing.
I can see that. It's just all over the place, and just random creatures.
Right, and then
Which
this other one he did, Princess Mononoke. I'm
oh,
pretty sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. I
Mono
remember the same. You're gonna
Mononoke,
say
I
what?
think.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The same friend I had in college who gave me that Cowboy Bebop, he also gave me a DVD Blu-ray of this movie
Oh, cool. Okay.
to just to let me borrow and watch it. I try to watch I watched 10 minutes of it and I said I couldn't watch it anymore.
Yeah, it's too. Sometimes it's if it doesn't suck you in the first, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, it's like,
Yeah, it's just weird.
yeah.
It's too weird for me. I don't get it.
So a
And
healthy
maybe
3 on this one, right?
yeah, and maybe I'm just not intellectually cultured enough to understand anime and how these things work
I guess that
and
could
what
be
they're trying to
possible.
teach us.
Maybe if you watch like a breakdown or something, it'd make more sense.
And I don't know. I'm not even interested in that because I tried to watch breakdown of Full Metal Alchemist after I finished series one just to see if everyone else thought it was trash too. And
And they
people are like,
did.
"This is amazing," and I'm like,
Okay.
"How?
Yeah.
Like how?" At
I
this
feel like
point, I just don't think people are just watching many things.
yeah, I mean, usually people get their anime from Adult Swim a lot and then they kind of branch off after that if they like the genre enough. But yeah, it's usually mostly Adult Swim stuff. And Adult Swim seems to order most of just like similar things, so
Hmm.
action adventure type anime.
Yeah. Listen, I had a lot more fun watching the new episode of Bachelor in Paradise last night than this movie.
Well, yeah, I didn't. mm, Yeah, I didn't enjoy this one as much as I hoped I was going to. So,
Yeah. But
oh
well,
well.
before we end it, what appreciation do you have for the film?
Um, as far as like, I guess for the time, I appreciate like the high quality animation and the fact that it kind of set the tone for anime moving forward, because like this is like the a lot of time this is like the standard people try to meet when
Right.
they create, anything related to like anime. And I think this kind of set the standard for like what we have, now and after 2001 obviously, but like I think it kind of helped push it forward a little bit, push the genre forward, which is kind of cool. So
Yeah.
have that appreciation for it. It kind of set a different standard regardless of if the story is good or whatever. I think like he kind of set like another level of like, oh shit, that's really cool, people like it. Obviously it's Academy Award winning masterpiece according to this description, so people think
Hmm.
that was like the new level to reach. So
Right. And there's always going to be a respect for this film. I respect it. I
yeah,
just don't like it.
definitely.
And it really translates to even basketball too. I like making sports analogies to the point where like you watch someone like Magic Johnson, 6'8" point guard, never seen that before. Never
Yeah,
seen it. Now it is the new medium of what certain players should have that type of skill set for. And since then, you've seen LeBron James, seen Kevin Durant, you've seen
yeah,
a lot of these big forwards like Draymond Green, a lot of these big forwards playing like that to the point where it's normal to see it. It's not that impressive anymore,
right, yeah, exactly.
but there's still an appreciation for it in a sense. So
Yeah, and like I admit, like I may have definitely missed the boat on this one because I mean, 2001 is 2021, it's like 20 years. So yeah,
mm.
it's
Well, you
gonna.
know what? No, sorry, not meaning to cut you off.
No, you're fine. No, you're okay.
Well, I was just about to say because your one of your co-hosts with Epic Briefs podcast, Jamie, she's
Yeah.
gonna be on the podcast too,
Oh,
and I'm
nice.
gonna ask her if she likes black and white movies.
Okay. Yeah.
And I hope she says no, because if she says no, then I'm gonna tell her we're gonna watch The Lady in the Lake, which is my favorite film noir movie,
Oh, nice. Okay, man.
and
Film
she's
noir
gonna
is
love it.
one of my
Anyone
favorite.
can get into noir with that movie. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
that's one of my favorite genres too. I would say make her watch Psycho, but she wants to watch Psycho. At least I think she does.
Oh yeah, Dylan was telling me to watch that too.
But yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, yeah, whatever. I guess.
Yeah, but I will definitely check that episode out and see how that goes.
Yeah, yeah, it should be interesting. Well, thank you again, Claudius, for being a part of the podcast.
Yeah,
Just wish
thanks
the
for
movie
asking
was a little
me.
bit more eventful.
Yeah, it was pretty chill though. Like I enjoyed watching the movie with you and just talking about random stuff. It was pretty much what you described it as. It's a chill session with one of your friends, which is really cool. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the more episodes, most of these episodes are just going to be just me, but I've been able to film like at least 8 or 9
oh really? Cool.
episodes with friends.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. I'm glad you're like reaching out to people to be a part of it. It's really cool just to kind of like be on someone else's podcast and someone I've known for a while. So thank you so
Right,
much for
right.
inviting me on. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah, and vice versa. Because a lot of people don't know the Starfighter reviews started on your podcast.
Yeah, which is really exciting. We still, like I told you before we started recording, we still have the episode up as part of like just the history of Epic Briefs. So people can go check it out if they want to. Just search Epic
Yeah,
Briefs and you'll see it on there.
yeah. It's the super Lois and Clark did New Adventures of Superman. I just re-released it
Oh, you
on the
did?
Starfighter Reviews channel.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because I used to just have it on my regular
The
YouTube
YouTube.
channel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it got a lot of views over the years. So I'm just like, I'll just switch this over.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's good content. It's yours. So yeah, definitely own it.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. But thanks for
Well,
giving us the chance to like introduce that. That's really awesome.
yeah, yeah, of course, yeah. And people, yeah, I'll plug up Epic Bruce podcast all over this episode.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. I mean, we always want to help you out too. So we can definitely, help you promote anything that you're working on. Definitely let us know because I'm down to do that anytime you need me to.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Well, Starfighters, that has been the Starfighter full movie podcast. That was the 2001 anime classic Spirited Away. Please let me know what you thought of the content and what you thought of the movie. If you thought it was awesome, amazing, and we clearly don't know what we're talking about and we can't appreciate anything? Or did you agree with us? You just kind of don't get it as well. But I will see you Starfighters on the next one. Until then, victory or death, Starfighters.
Victory or death!